To scale your business, you have to be able to give up control and trust other people are going to do what they say they're going to. What I see, and I have a lot of friends who are making $1 million a year, and they are never going to make $20 million a year because everything, like they're too much of a perfectionist and they have to make sure everything gets done by them. And they're not willing to leave trust in other people. It's the complete opposite as Ken, one of the guys that I work with who has a multi-billion-dollar business. And he's the opposite. When he hires someone, he lets them have full control. Some people could argue it's too much. He just trusts that other people are going to do what they say they're going to, and it's all shown through the data. So when you have systems in place, and he uses EOS, and he was showing me his org chart, which is the role that every single person in your business has. So it has the role that they have, what they're in control of, who are under them, if there is anyone under them, and then what key performance metrics they both agree to that this person is going to hit, that is really going to move the needle to the bottom line. And he says when you have something, when you have structures and processes in place, it is very easy to see if someone is doing their job or not. The people who can't grow a business and can't scale, they can't give up the power. They want to be a part of everything. And I know so many people like this. I mean, in a lot of ways that I naturally want to do that. But at the same time, I want to hire people and give them complete faith or complete trust. You can't just hire someone and expect them to do a great job. You have to understand that they have to have a role, that their role has to be crystal clear. They have to understand what the end objective is, what is the vision. They have to know where the company is heading. They have to know what their role is in actually making that happen. So there's a lot of responsibility as the person hiring this person to set that kind of vision and incorporate everything they need and give them the tools that they need so they can do the best job possible. But it really makes sense when I'm looking at the back end of the processing software that Ken uses to manage hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employees. Because if someone is not doing their job properly, it shows up in the data. And when that happens, we were also talking about how everyone thinks that they're more useful than they really are to a business. And he was going over an example of a few different people, and he was saying the question you have to ask yourself, even if this person is a rock star at their job, is are they replaceable? And if it would be incredibly hard to replace that person, then you can't let them go. And most people are not that. There's only really a few key people who are irreplaceable in his business, even though most of his staff is absolutely incredible. And we were in mutual agreement. He is one person who's super, super, super good at their job. But he said, at the end of the day, can someone else do their job? And he said, yeah, well, even though they're good at their job, someone else can do what they're doing. He said, there's only a few jobs where no one else in this company can do what they're doing. And so when I'm thinking, how do I make the best service for, because my business is service based. So I'll work with large businesses like his and then a bunch of other people. How do you become irreplaceable to someone's business to where they can't run their business without you there? Because then you have 100% of the leverage. The person who has a power in the relationship is the one who has the ability to walk away. And so if you integrated everything and you made their life so easy and so seamless and you made them so much money and they know that if they hire anyone to do your role, they could never do it, then that's how you become irreplaceable. And that's what I want to do with my service-based business is integrate myself into these large businesses and make it so it's irreplaceable. That's so there's a saying LTV to CAC, which is lifetime value of a customer to cost to acquire. And so my cost to acquire a customer is zero because it's 100% referral, and my lifetime value is going up infinitely because I've never had a client cancel on me. And so that's kind of the metric that you would look at. If I started to scale and then people were saying, no, Josh, we're not getting the results that we used to. I think we should pull back. That's how you know I'm doing something majorly wrong because I never want to have a client cancel. I want to be the only time I stop working with someone is if I choose to. And that would be for a variety of reasons. But that's the only reason. Other than that, I never want to have someone say, Josh, I don't think we should work together anymore. That just means I'm providing as much value as humanly possible for pretty much any of these people. And last night I got maybe 4 hours of sleep. I mean, I feel very slow. It's definitely affecting me. Tomorrow we are going to Tucson. Ken has 4 properties in Tucson that we're gonna go check out. We'll be going from probably 6:30 a.m. to like 8 p.m. That's gonna be a very long day, incredibly long work day. So I have to get a ton of sleep to make up for their lack thereof last night. I went to bed at like 3:30, like an idiot, like an absolute idiot, and I suffered the consequences today, even though slowly struggled as a being. Anyway, this is just what I think about a lot. Or how do you know if you're providing incredible service? It's, are you replaceable? And if you are, you don't have any leverage for asking for more money or asking for really anything. And then if you are replaceable, what would make you irreplaceable? It's always just a gap in skills and knowledge, because the one person that we used as an example that's irreplaceable, it's there's other people who have similar roles as him, but he can do so many roles, and he's so good with people, so we can manage other people. He's good with sales, so we can go get credit investors. He can go acquire properties. He can do everything. He can do absolutely everything exceptionally well. And so he has a ton of skills that are incredibly valuable that make him so expensive to replace if he were to be replaced. That's just some food for thought.